Ever caught yourself daydreaming about the legendary 1984 NBA Draft's top 10 picks? This video is your all-access pass to the epic journeys of these basketball heroes. Before we jump into the action, hit that subscribe button for me. Love diving into basketball's golden past? Show it with a thumbs up. Ready? Let's unravel the tales of the 1984 NBA Draft's top 10 legends. Let's get started. Hakeem Olajuwon. Leading the charge, Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon, nabbed first by the Houston Rockets in '84.
The Houston Rockets select Hakeem Olajuwon of the University of Houston.
Soared in the NBA skies like a comet, Olajuwon's hoop dream sparked late at 15 in Nigeria. Initially a soccer enthusiast, gifting him swift footwork that dazzled on the basketball court. Olajuwon blasted off in the NBA, forming the Houston Rockets' towering Twin Towers duo with Ralph Sampson. This dynamic pair rocketed to the 1986 NBA Finals, clashing with the Boston Celtics. But the stars aligned in the mid-90s for Olajuwon, steering the Rockets to back-to-back NBA championships in '94 and '95. Talk about a slam dunk legacy. In the 93-94 season, Olajuwon scooped up a rare triple crown: NBA's most valuable player, Defensive Player of the Year, and Finals MVP, all in one go. His trophy shelf groaned with accolades: 12-time NBA All-Star, 6-time All-NBA First Team, and 2-time NBA Defensive Player of the Year. Plus, he topped the NBA in rebounding twice and blocks thrice. The Rockets honored him by retiring his jersey number 34. But Olajuwon's magic wasn't just his stats. He was a trailblazer, the first non-American NBA All-Star and MVP, bringing global flair to the game. His legacy was etched into history, with his induction into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in 2008 and the FIBA Hall of Fame in 2016. He wrapped up his career as the NBA's block king, 3,830, and one of only 4 players ever to notch a quadruple-double. Sam Bowie. Next in line, Sam Bowie, snagged second by the Portland Trail Blazers in the 1984 draft.
Portland selects Sam Bowie, University of Kentucky.
Had a journey that's a mix of wow and what if. Before his NBA days, Bowie was a high school and college basketball whiz, making waves at the University of Kentucky. But, oops, injuries started raining on his parade, sidelining him with leg troubles. Bowie's NBA start was like a dream. He landed on the NBA All-Rookie team, showing off why he was a top pick. But just when things were looking up, his legs played the villain. Bowie faced a tough battle with injuries, putting brakes on his NBA ride. After Portland, Bowie tried his luck with the New Jersey Nets and the Los Angeles Lakers. There were glimpses of brilliance, but injuries kept playing hide-and-seek. He hung up his sneakers in 1995, leaving behind a tale of what could have been, with 10.9 points and 7.5 rebounds per game. Life after basketball? Bowie turned a new page. Back in Lexington, Kentucky, he dived into harness racing, with his horse before he cheats grabbing the cash. He also stepped up as a public speaker and community guy, especially inspiring young athletes at the University of Kentucky. Michael Jordan. Now get ready for Michael Jordan, the Chicago Bulls' third pick in 1984.
The Chicago Bulls pick Michael Jordan of the University of North Carolina.
A name that's practically basketball royalty. Jordan's pro career was like a superhero saga. He swooped in the NBA, snatching the Rookie of the Year title in his debut season, 1984-85. Even after a foot injury benched him, Jordan bounced back, dropping a jaw-dropping 63 points against the Boston Celtics in a playoff game. Jordan wasn't just a scoring machine. He was Air Jordan, soaring and scoring with style. He steered the Bulls to 6 NBA championships, bagging 2 sets of three-peats, 1991-93, 1996-98. His trophy room? Packed with 5 NBA MVP awards and the 1988 Defensive Player of the Year title. But Jordan wasn't just an NBA wonder. He shone on the global stage too, grabbing 2 Olympic golds, 1984 in Los Angeles, and the iconic 1992 Dream Team gold in Barcelona. Before NBA fame, he was already a college basketball star, clinching a national championship and the College Player of the Year award. Jordan's magic stretched beyond the court. He was a marketing wizard, skyrocketing the NBA's global fame in the 80s and 90s. Remember those Air Jordan sneakers? That was all him, turning Nike into a sneaker empire. Plus, he starred in Space Jam in 1996, blending hoops with Hollywood. After hanging up his jersey 3 times, Jordan waved goodbye to the NBA in the 2002-03 season. His next play? Owning the game from the sidelines as a part owner, then majority owner of the Charlotte Hornets. Jordan's legacy is like no other, leaving a mark in basketball and way beyond. Sam Perkins. Strap in for the story of Sam Perkins, the Dallas Mavericks' 4th pick in the epic 1984 draft.
Dallas selects Sam Perkins of the University of North Carolina.
Perkins' time with the Mavs was nothing short of stellar, helping the team nail a solid 281-211 record. He was the guy you wanted on your team, playing alongside stars like Mark Aguirre and Rolando Blackman. Perkins helped the Mavs be the talk of the Western Conference. In 1990, Perkins hit the sunny courts of the Los Angeles Lakers, sharing the spotlight with none other than Magic Johnson. This era was marked by Johnson's jaw-dropping HIV announcement in 1991, a moment that shook the NBA world. Perkins then zipped over to the Seattle Supersonics, teaming up with Gary "The Glove" Payton, and wrapped up his NBA tour with the Indiana Pacers, joining forces with Reggie Miller. But Perkins' game wasn't just on the court. He's been a slam dunk in other arenas too. He made it to the ACC 50th Anniversary Men's Basketball Team in 2002 and entered the New York City Basketball Hall of Fame in 2008. Perkins even took a shot at being the Indiana Pacers Vice President of Player Relations from 2008 to 2010. Talk about a full-court press in life. Perkins didn't stop there. He globetrotted to South Sudan in 2011 as a sports envoy for the U.S. Department of State, teaming up with Dikembe Mutombo. In 2018, he was inducted into the National Collegiate Basketball Hall of Fame. Plus, he's coaching up the next gen in his summer camp in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, teaching hoops and dreams. Charles Barkley. Get ready for the whirlwind story of Charles Barkley. Picked 5th by the Philadelphia 76ers in the 1984 draft.
The Philadelphia 76ers select Charles Barkley of Auburn University.
Known as Sir Charles, Chuck, and the round mound of rebound, Barkley was a powerhouse on the court. Despite being shorter than your average power forward, he dominated with strength and grit. Barkley was an 11-time All-Star and an 11-time member of the All-NBA team. His shining moment? Snagging the NBA MVP title in 1993 with the Phoenix Suns. Barkley's time with the 76ers was packed with jaw-dropping plays and his larger-than-life personality. He topped the NBA in rebounding in the 1986-87 season and scooped up loads of awards. In his first season with the Suns, Barkley blasted them into the 1993 NBA Finals. Even though they lost to Michael Jordan's Bulls, Barkley was a star, averaging 27.3 points and 13 rebounds in the finals. Later, Barkley joined the Houston Rockets, chasing that elusive NBA championship. A tough injury in 1999 nearly ended his career, but he came back for one last game. Barkley left the game without a championship ring, but joined the elite club of players with over 20,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, and 4,000 assists. Post-retirement, Barkley scored big in TV land as an analyst on TNT's Inside the NBA, bagging Sports Emmy Awards. Known for stirring the pot, Barkley made headlines with his no-filter comments and dabbled into politics. Off the court, he was just as much a character as on it, making him one of the NBA's most unforgettable stars. Melvin Turpin. Melvin Turpin, rolling in as the 6th pick in the epic 1984 NBA draft.
Bullets select Melvin Turpin of the University of Kentucky.
Had a journey that was a bit of a roller coaster. Picked by the Washington Bullets and then quickly traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers, Turpin's pro career had its ups and downs. He wrestled with weight management, which played a big part in his time on the court. This challenge meant his NBA run was shorter than expected, stretching over 6 seasons with teams like the Cavaliers, the Utah Jazz, and even a stint overseas with CAI Zaragoza. In the NBA, Turpin's stats didn't quite mirror his college glory days. He averaged around 8 points and nearly 5 rebounds per game. But rewind to his college years at the University of Kentucky, and you'll see a different story. Turpin was a star, bagging titles like First Team All-SEC in 1982 and 1983, and leading his team to the NCAA Final Four in 1984. After his NBA days, Turpin took a different path, working as a security guard. Tragically, in 2010, at 49, he passed away. Those who knew him remembered him as a cheerful and friendly guy. His legacy is a mix of college court heroics and a pro career that left fans wanting more. Alvin Robertson. 7th pick in the 1984 NBA Draft, Allen Robertson, drafted by the San Antonio Spurs.
The San Antonio Spurs select Alvin Robertson of the University of Arkansas.
Was a defensive dynamo in the NBA. His claim to fame? Scoring a quadruple-double in 1986. That's racking up double digits in points, rebounds, assists, and steals in one game. A rare and incredible feat. Robertson's Spurs saga lasted until 1989, after which he joined the Milwaukee Bucks. There, he kept up his defensive wizardry, leading the league in steals for 3 seasons and making it to the 1991 NBA All-Star team. His career also had pit stops with the Detroit Pistons and the Toronto Raptors, where he scored his first ever points for the Raptors. He even hit the court for the Florida Beach Dogs and the San Antonio Bombers. Off the court, Robertson's life was a bit rocky, facing legal troubles and serious charges, although he was later found not guilty. His basketball legacy is pretty solid though. A 4-time NBA All-Star, NBA Defensive Player of the Year in 1986, and multiple times on the NBA All-Defensive teams, with an average of 14 points per game. He was one of the top guys in steals when he left the game. Lancaster Gordon. Lancaster Gordon landing the 8th spot in the 1984 NBA Draft to the Los Angeles Clippers.
The Clippers select Lancaster Gordon from the University of Louisville.
Had a 4-year NBA adventure, playing 201 games and scoring 1,125 points. Gordon was a guard who could do it all, with averages of 5.6 points, 1.5 assists, and 1.3 rebounds per game. After the NBA, Gordon kept the basketball dream alive in the Continental Basketball Association, or CBA, from 1988 to 1991, playing for teams like the Pensacola Tornadoes and the Sioux Falls Skyforce. He maintained a cool 8.2 points per game. But Gordon's legacy isn't just pro stats. Back in his college days at the University of Louisville, he was a scoring superstar, leading his team to 2 NCAA Final Four appearances and earning the MVP title in the 1983 NCAA Mid-East Regional. Post-basketball, Gordon was honored with a spot in the University of Louisville Athletics Hall of Fame in 2006. He also gives back to his community, working with court-appointed special advocates, or CASA in Louisville. Gordon's journey from college hero to NBA player to community leader is a slam dunk story of success and service. Otis Thorpe. Otis Thorpe rounding up the top 10 in the 1984 NBA Draft.
The Kansas City Kings select Otis Thorpe of the University of Providence.
Had a basketball journey as impressive as a buzzer beater. His time with the Kansas City Kings, who later evolved into the Sacramento Kings, saw him blossom into a stellar player. In the 1987-88 season, Thorpe dazzled with career highs of 20.8 points and 10.2 rebounds per game. Thorpe's NBA story was a tour of teams, but his standout moment came with the Houston Rockets, where he clinched an NBA championship in the 1993-94 season. From the Portland Trail Blazers to the Charlotte Hornets, Thorpe brought his A-game, showcasing his experience and value. With a whopping 1,257 games, Thorpe scored an average of 14 points and 8.2 rebounds per game. His .546 field goal percentage spoke volumes about his efficiency. In the playoffs, especially with the Rockets, he shone brightly. Wrapping up his NBA career after the 2001 season, Thorpe left a lasting legacy, with over 17,000 points and 10,000 rebounds, solidifying his status as a dominant forward and center. Leon Wood. Leon Wood, chosen 10th in the 1984 draft by the Philadelphia 76ers.
The Philadelphia 76ers select Leon Wood of Cal State Fullerton.
Took the NBA by storm and beyond. His 6-season NBA run had him playing for 6 different teams, scoring a total of 1,742 points in 274 games. Wood made his mark, even participating in the first ever NBA three-point shootout in 1987. After his NBA chapter, Wood bounced over to European basketball, playing in Germany and Spain, and then to the Continental Basketball Association, or CBA, where he averaged 18.1 points and 8.5 assists. His playing career wrapped up in the Philippine Basketball Association, or PBA, in 1994, leading his team to the semifinals. Wood wasn't just about scoring points. He bagged 2 international gold medals with the 1983 U.S. team at the Pan American Games and the 1984 U.S. Olympic basketball team, coached by Bobby Knight in Los Angeles. Post-playing days, Wood took on a new challenge, becoming an NBA official. Starting in 1996, he spent over 2 decades calling the shots on the court. His journey from a high-profile draft pick to a respected NBA official is a playbook of dedication and passion for the game. That's the final whistle for today's show. We've embarked on an incredible exploration, delving into the lives and careers of the top 10 NBA draft picks from the iconic 1984 class. Now it's over to you, our amazing audience. I'm keen to hear your views. How pivotal do you think the 1984 draft was in shaping the destinies of these top 10 picks? Did it serve as a milestone in their basketball careers? A heartfelt thanks for everyone who tuned in. I hope this deep dive into one of the NBA's most discussed drafts was as enthralling for you as it was for me. This isn't goodbye, but rather see you soon. I'll return soon with more captivating tales from the basketball universe. So keep an eye out for our next episode and continue to fuel your passion for the game.